Hello. So I I want to analyze this movie Animal today. All right. So this particular movie in the recent days has garnered widespread polarity. It's like more either you like the movie or you don't like the movie. It is more like uh, you know it has minted money. I think it's like according to Wikipedia, it's going around some 800 crore or whatever, right? So it is a big hit. Okay, and when you look at its Rotten Tomatoes rating, it would be less than 30%. Okay, so critics did not like it. Now, what about me? I am sort of neutral. I like these kinds of movies. I like violence in the movie. I like to see the aestheticization of violence. It's something which I like. But when it comes to this particular movie, this has garnered widespread polarity, if you ask me, right? It's more like some people liked it so much and some people did not like so much. Now let's talk about everyone. I mean, who I'm assuming that this particular analysis, not a review, definitely. uh, and I want to warn you, those who haven't seen the movie and want to see, please stop here and probably come back after you see the movie. Those who do not want to see the movie, they can go ahead and do whatever. I mean, you can continue watching this, right? Now, analyzing. First things first. One thing which was glaringly good was performances of all the characters in the movie. Almost all the characters in the movie had great performance. So it is clear that the performance is dependent on director, not an actor or something. But Ranbir Kapoor was brilliant. Bobby Deol was, I mean, he has like created another set of waves. Now Rashmika was, of course, she was good. Anil Kapoor was brilliant. He acted with his eyes, and main characters were brilliant in this. Okay, they had acted very well, and Sandeep Reddy got many of these different kinds of actors, and to his credit, he has made a way for himself with his first movie itself, which was again a polar movie. And he's a great director. There is no doubt about it, no iota of doubt about it. Now, okay, now let's talk about this movie. Now, this is a typical father son relationship. Usually these father son relationships sometimes become very complicated, and sometimes they are very easy, right? That depends on a lot of situations. In this particular situation, father is the richest man in India, and he has got no time for his kids, his family, nothing, right? Now, that I mean, this guy has obsession. Now Ranbir Kapoor is obsessed with his father. Like, why can't he spend time with me? Why can't he? So there is always this thing, right? So when you are the richest man in the world, you don't get time, right? At that aspect, definitely, I would support Anil Kapoor. Now, coming to this aspect, of course, he has to spend time with his family. He has to make time with his family. He has to mark at least 2 hours in his calendar to probably play with his kids, right? So that is also justifiable. Both of them are justifiable, and both of them are quite, agree. There is a friction. This particular guy is a psychopath, animal. He's like that is clearly justified. He is like, he loves his family, he loves his father, he loves everyone, and he is a clear psychopath. Someone comes and touches his family, he is going to demolish the world. That is the kind of a person this person is, and that characterization has come out pretty well. There are some inconsistencies which we will talk about later in this video, but usually this is good. Now, so what I liked in the taking of the film, first few minutes were definitely entry, and his love for that childhood crush, Rashmika, and all that was fine. Okay, now he's talking about alpha male, like, and Sandeep Reddy's films. I mean, both the films which I saw, the lead characters are alpha males. Like, they are invincible Iron Man. Okay, they are like, they will not bend. They are, I mean, whatever may be the everything, like whatever comes their way they are going to demolish and go. That is the kind of character, and all these people are alpha males. Like he has described alpha males in that movie, you might have seen, right? Now Rashmika, I mean, and he has also sort of justified that no, all women like alpha males. No, normal people don't deserve to get married or raise families, and that's a justification which is given in the movie, which is okay, fine. I mean, all others are, I mean, all whoever is watching the movie is a normal person and will start imagining himself as alpha male and do whatever they want. That's okay, fine. I don't have any view there, but definitely that's something, because majority of the people are normal people. Okay, they are not alpha males, or they are afraid. Like something comes up to them, they would be afraid. They will not, they will run away from problems. Okay, if somebody is fighting, yeah, there are other people who are definitely, like Ranbir Kapoor, they go and come what may, I'm going to beat people, I'm going to do whatever I want. Like, so that kind of inspiration might be there. Like the moment some naive person sees the movie, they will say, okay, I am the alpha male, I am going to fucking do whatever I want. Okay, so that's kind of a thing. And one thing which I did not like about the censor board of this movie was the use of the word fuck. This word was used liberally in the movie, and when there are Hollywood movies, you observe this word fuck is always beeped. In this movie, I don't know what happened. Censor board went haywire. Okay, but which is good. I believe that censor board should be liberal, and it should probably be little accommodative. I agree, and I don't I don't see any problem there. But in Hollywood movies as well, right? Why are you beeping the word fuck? Okay, that is altogether another problem. Now, what I liked about the taking of this film, once the gets married, does whatever he wants in that plane, and whatever happens, that is okay. I mean, I did not kindle any kind of romantic feelings in me, usually, which happens in the beginning of any movie. This was okay, fine. Okay, now he comes. Now this particular look was something which I admired a lot. He is coming, going inside, killing his brother-in-law. Background score was awesomematically beautiful. I would say I could repeat, see that background music. In that crowd, you could see Prithviraj coming in. The way he acted, I mean, look at his older movies. It was normal. Nobody noticed Prithviraj as such. That Telugu actor, that guy. Nobody noticed him usually. I mean, and that's exactly where Sandeep Reddy has actually his character. He has elevated that particular person's character, and it was quite visible. Something is happening. Brother-in-law got killed. Okay. Now, after that, he talks about why he was killed and explains that he's coming back to the from US. I mean, that sequence, entire sequence, and at the end he comes to know that okay, the culprit was brother-in-law along with that particular Asrar or whoever. That entire sequence was, I mean, of course, I'm talking about non-linearity. It's like the moment it goes back to that again, that background music, right? So that was awesome. And then comes the Kill Bill fight. He going and decimating people like anything, and he going to meeting his cousins. Like that's exactly the characterization of this particular protagonist is more like he is a family man. He is someone who wants to probably accommodate all his family members. That's the reason he goes to his cousins. He brings them back, and their cousins, independently agree. All that is fine. I mean, okay. Now, then comes the Kill Bill fight. The choreography of that fight was good. Freddy comical moments were pretty good. I liked the entire sequence. Okay, that entire sequence was purely entertainment, masala entertainment, and it was wonderful. Now what? Okay, now after that he is almost gone, hit with bullets, and road to recovery. Okay, now that road to recovery was, I mean, that was the first half, right? First half was over, and that Kill Bill kind of a fight was done. He killing almost 600-700 people. with or without support, with that big designed gun, all that he did pretty well. It was good. Killing his that the first antagonist was killed. Everything was, I liked it. So first half was something which I accepted, I liked. Second half was this is the, yeah, so this second half was more like road to recovery. Now, one thing which I glaringly did not like in this particular movie was overt usage of sexual references. Like, I agree. I mean, probably might be, I don't know. So for some whatever reason, Sandeep Reddy is like too open, and and that is liked by some people. That is not liked by some people. But that is something which has not been a part of Indian movies per se. Like, they are not used liberally, and it has improved or increased a lot with all these violent movies, Gangs of Wasseypur or whatever. But what I felt was that particular reference, like talking to the psychologist while recovering about whatever sex or something, was something not necessary, is what I felt. Now, same thing happens. Okay, he recovered, he is hero, he will get he's the richest man, so he will get transformed. He is like that, he's an animal, so he walks nude across that podium, whatever he does. Okay, and his father again, so that okay, whatever was, it was good. Now, what I did not like, of course you might have expected that whole episode with Tripti Dimri was something which I did not like. Before that, let us discuss Bobby Deol. This person is not a great actor, to be very honest. Like, he has not been a great actor till this point. Look at all his movies. Look at Barsat, look at Soldier, whatever. Like, these are a couple of movies which I have seen. They might be good for children at that point, teenagers who watching Nayu Nayu and whatever. But this person was not perceived to be a great actor. Now, the expressions he gave in the movie from the beginning, he did not talk in the movie, but the expressions he gave in the movie were starting from his entry till he was present in the screen. He has put the screen on fire. Every expression he has given, observe his expressions, they are awesome, and he has made a niche for himself. Now he will be taken seriously in the movie industry. Okay, of course he has done some web series, whatever he has done, his career has had a slump, whatever, right? But now I think, and that is beyond words. Everyone, where you are seeing in the shots Jamal Kudu song coming in, and his entry is like he has set the world on fire. Now, when you have got such kind of a response, and I'm sure before the movie released, Sandeep might have known that this kind of response may come, given the way he has acted. Everyone who has seen the movie might have said that 15-minute or 20-minute extended cameo in a 3-hour film for this kind of a powerful character was literally, his character was undermined, in my view. And instead of that, Tripti Dimri's BS was put in, and this entire sequence of Rashmika reprimanding him or whatever, right? This particular sequence was, in my view, one of the lowest parts of the movie. Okay, I literally did not like it. There was not, instead of that, he could have utilized Bobby Deol in some way or the other. Probably create some kind of tension when he was getting operated or whatever. Like, of course, these are not, these might be usual, or these might be like sort of regular. Okay, let's talk about Tripti. Tripti has come as someone. The character name was Zoya. She has come to probably kill his father or him or do whatever. She was an enemy. Now, first things first, the antagonists of Bobby Deol's level, who was just introduced before this sequence, is he going to probably deploy someone so weak-hearted that she would see Ranbir and do whatever she wants, and then go so weak that she reveals everything? She reveals everything in the goddamn, like, at what happened, why are you getting beaten, and he gets now everything just because she's going to get married, and then she was almost about to lick his shoes. Was that necessary? I mean, that was something which I felt that maybe may not be. I mean, things could have done without that as well. Now, this probably was to instigate some kind of reaction that, okay, now this particular character can do anything for his father, but is there no better way to probably find who was that? I mean, finding someone is sort of creating suspense, right? And that genre was, I mean, that it could have become that genre, like Bobby Deol revealing himself at the time when protagonist was vulnerable. That would, I mean, I don't know, that would have probably made the movie more interesting. And now probably Sandeep Reddy is kind of increasing the level of this movie, saying like, fuck all, I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to put a nude scene in this film, and people have to live with that. I am going to take Bollywood to another level, Hollywood level, okay, and I don't give a fuck about these critics, okay, right? So that was the kind of a scene which I felt could have been much more engaging if Bobby Deol was. I mean, you have given a great entry to Abrar's character. Now you are coming back and showing something, and then you have a 15-minute sequence where Rashmika is like all out on this person. I am sorry, I am like I did this for my father, then for my father I can do anything. Like, yaar, matlab theek hai, ab kya hi bolu main. So that was something which I totally did not like in the movie, but fine, that is good. Okay, now comes the ending. Like, okay, now this guy knows everything. Protagonist knows everything. He's going to go all out to kill that Abrar. And that fight choreographed well. The background music was awesome. That song was pretty good. So entire thing was good. One thing which I wanted to discuss separately was about this relationship between his father. From the beginning, we have seen in that movie, he goes and tries to threaten some people through the gun and all, and that was quite an overreaction. That was quite an overreaction, and that's the reason he's animal. Now his father. I would suggest the performances of both these people were awesome when they were together. They were like literally pretty good. Okay. The scene when he gets hit by a bullet and first time he sees his father, look at the expression on Anil Kapoor's face. I mean, he has put all the efforts. Wonderful portrayal of both the relationships. They both talking to each other, and the moment they speak to each other for like more than 2 minutes, things go down. In every scene it's like 30 seconds into the scene, they both get into an argument, except probably this particular scene where he was hit. And Anil Kapoor doesn't like the way he handles that situation, going all in and killing someone and all. I don't know if he has liked that speech sequence in that movie, but the expressions looked like he was proud of his son. He's proud. Now he's afraid. Okay, what is he going to do with his animalistic instincts? Then coming back, okay, should I trust this person? I wanted to give him everything, but should I trust him? Now Ranbir Kapoor coming and saying that no, you are trusting all wrong people. What nonsense are you talking? You are, I am a good son. You are a bad father. Okay, so that sequence, and the ending sequence where they reverse the roles. There also, if you see, at some point, Anil Kapoor is like, okay, I agree to his point. He's making a point. Then again, he has some issues with that point, and finally the moving end all goes to BS because Anil Kapoor is diagnosed with leukemia and he's gone. Okay, all this person Ranbir has done is that he has he has ensured that a army of some great people invades him now, because he has like thousands of cousins, because his whatever grandfather has fathered so many children. Okay, so there will be like 1,000 asras, and there is another guy. You all know that sequel is coming in, and again Ranbir Kapoor is the antagonist, and Ranbir Kapoor versus Ranbir Kapoor. Okay, now that's done. Okay, now why this particular movie is garnering so much popularity? There are a couple of reasons. First things first, this particular movie has actually, Sandeep Reddy Vanga has gone all in and fuck all kind of a situation. Okay, do whatever you want. Critics, those critics who are like, cinematic excellence and art, the portrayal of art, and these people actually rate all these art films. Entertainment quotient should not be there in a movie. Only then they will like the film. And of course entertainment is there. That's the reason why this is garnering some 800 crores or so, right? And I personally did not like the preliminary sequence, but he has shown her in a very sensual way. The song was good, everything was fine, so people are flocking to the theaters. It has minted money. Now there was subtle references to some things which liberals would have rejected completely with agenda. Clear that he has literally, okay, this is Gomutra, drink it, I drink. Okay, at that point usually the Bollywood, Gomutra, what nonsense is this, and he throws out or something, right? So at that, you might have seen everything in all the movies, and go to the handle gems of Bollywood, you can see subtle references where Hinduism has been undermined to a great extent. But when it comes to this movie, he has shown it pretty good. So that would have been one of the biggest triggers for all these liberal critics. Okay, of course violence was bad, sex was not necessary, the way he handles women, alpha male concept, all these things are misogynistic, patriarchal, whatever. Okay, you agree, disagree with them, but Kabir Singh also had similar criticism, so fine. Okay, and liberal critics would be triggered by this, but references to Hinduism were wonderful. Like, you have literally undermined Christianity in that movie. You might have seen it, right? And I didn't see how it has probably criticized Islam, because I don't see any issue when the antagonist is okay, he's fighting his war. Like, look at from his perspective, he has his own issues. So I believe that was not too much bad, but fine. People were offended with that as well, but okay. So this probably was one of the major triggers for this movie. So all in all, I would believe I liked the movie. First half was good, because I'm used to such sequences and such movies. Violence doesn't trigger me, it's fine. Okay, violence hai to hai, that's fine. Like many people say, violent movies are a hit. You agree or disagree. People like to see violence. Two people are fighting on the road, people will go and flock around them. They will not let the fight stop, but they will probably see what is happening, what kind of a fight that is. Then probably when chance becomes to they becoming heroes, then they would do something. But violence is something which attracts many people, okay, as long as they are not involved in it or they are not getting hurt. And that's exactly what is happening. Nobody is getting hurt here, right? So violent movies are, we'll talk about violent movies sometime later, but in my view, this movie was a good attempt, a different kind of a movie. The story was quite probably, father-son relationship has been shown as a very difficult relationship in many movies. Animalistic instance, this particular character had, and the protagonist had, character inconsistencies. In the beginning he was like more loyal family man and whatever, but at the end he goes for call for his father. Okay, it's like, you might say that consistency was maintained by saying that he has obsession with his father. He will do whatever he wants to ensure that his father is safe. Okay, so he might have gone and done whatever he did to Tripti's character Zoya. Okay, so that was quite an inconsistency, because of course probably that was deliberate, which was shown in that movie, that you are going and shouting at other people saying that no, what nonsense are you doing, and later he does the same thing, right? So probably that was deliberate, but that was, I mean, I would perceive that as an inconsistency in his character, but some might argue that, you know, for his father he would do anything, so that is consistency only. Okay, and that's justified in the next scene with Rashmika. All that was something where I actually literally wanted to go out of the movie hall and grab some popcorn. So I did not like, I mean, to some extent his recovery scenes were justified. There was some comic elements, there was some bullshit happening, whatever, that was still okay. But after Abrar's entry, I wanted probably, you know, Bobby Deol's character's entry, I wanted Bobby Deol to see him in action. He was only shown for extended cameo kind of a thing. He was not utilized for his looks. I don't know why, but he was not utilized properly. Even Prithviraj was utilized better than Bobby Deol. So that's what something which I was quite disappointed with the movie. Otherwise, movie is good. A different kind of a movie. First half was brilliant. The takings were brilliant. Performances were brilliant. Background music was awesomematically beautiful. Everything in the movie was particularly good. Even the scenes which I did not like, the song was good. Performances were good. Tripti Dimri's performance you have seen in the movie Kala. So her performance was at par. She is like a estranged woman. She does well. I mean, she has just one expression, like some kind of a expression where she is about to get get into problem. That kind of expression is always there on her face. So she was perfect for that character. Rashmika did well. So I would say all in all, performances were good. Background score was beautiful. So everything was particularly good except that sequence is what I felt. Bobby Deol could have been utilized for the hype given. He would have been utilized much better than anyone. So that's all in all my analysis about this particular movie. I will come up with a lot of other movies, books, analysis, and I will continue the series on Panchatantra definitely. I have been quite busy with a lot of things these days. So yeah, all right, thank you.